Oh, Luke. A question here. What do you think about this year's Bilderberg meeting?
This year's Bilderberg meeting is a little bit different. You always have some kind of harassment, some kind of intimidation. You always have some kind of ID checks. This year they kind of went above and beyond when it comes to the intimidation and harassment, which a police officer told me after he illegally confiscated my video camera, looked me in the eyes and told me, yep, we are harassing you and we are intimidating you on purpose because of the Bilderberg group. They also threatened me with physical violence. They said if I come back anywhere near the Bilderberg group, it would be a very bad time for me. They said they would physically hurt me and arrest me for simply doing my job as a journalist, utterly violating freedom of the press. And also at the same time, they have been very aggressively, very brutally, very secretly abusing members of the public, concerned citizens who are here just trying to represent themselves, just trying to have a voice. They went full Orwellian. They're not allowing signs. They're saying when a protester has bread, that bread is a weapon. You cannot have bread. You cannot have anything.
No.
They are taking protesters in alleyways. They are throwing protesters inside of vans and beating the crap out of them. We saw We Are Change Rotterdam released the footage. We saw these open threats, this pure harassment just to kick anyone away from the entire area. It's not like people are trying to get into the hotel. They set up a perimeter, 400 police officers, intelligence officers, state, local, and federal officers are all here protecting these guys. There's guys with black masks and machine guns from the inside. This is a very high security operation that usually takes them 3 years to set up and establish. They just want to make sure that anyone who speaks about this, anyone who is concerned about this, they will get physically hurt by ultimately the Stasi. And that's exactly what they are. That's exactly how they behave. And it just shows you how much they have to hide and how afraid they are of our voices.
Yeah. Do you think that you and Dan Dix have been singled out because you're a well-known journalist within the alternative media, considering the fact that your hotel room was searched without a warrant and he's been threatened with a lawsuit just for uploading a YouTube video?
There definitely is a big stigma between those journalists who are not afraid of them. There's definitely a big stigma with people who they think are the most influential when it comes to this. Charlie Skelton, also a contributor to The Guardian, also receives very similar treatment. They understand the people who could have the biggest impact are the biggest targets. The people who have the biggest audiences, the people who are not afraid of them, those are the ones that they want to go after and silence, because if they silence us, there will be pretty much no one else left to speak about this in a wider way that we are able to. I mean, again, my mission is to, instead of just complaining about the mainstream media, it's to do their job better and to eliminate them, and we are. And we're having a huge success, we're having huge growth, we're having bigger numbers than ever before. Our popularity is skyrocketing, meanwhile all the numbers from the mainstream media are going down. We're going to overtake them. It's going to be a matter of time until We Are Change is the new mainstream, and so is the Dollar Vigilante, and so is Press for Truth, and so is Charlie Skelton with his other independent writings, and so is all these other people who are out here risking their necks, risking their personal well-being, risking being thrown in jail, physically abused, just to do their job and report for the public interest what their elected representatives are doing behind closed doors with the corporate globalist cartel, with, on top of that, funded by the taxpayers for this huge security theater. So obviously there is no transparency, there is no accountability except for us outside, and that's why we are targets.
Yeah. I guess the positive you could say is it does show that you guys are really getting traction.
We are, yeah, we are, and it's important not to back down when they illegally, and most importantly immorally, come up to us and say, I see you again anywhere near Bilderberg. If you try to do your job, if you try to take a picture or a video, if you try to talk to these individuals, even dare ask them a question, if your body is anywhere near them, we will beat you up and arrest you. We better not see you here ever again. And when they told me that, after they illegally searched this hotel room, after they interrogated us for an hour and took all of our documents and threatened us with deportation and threatened us with fines for virtually doing nothing. I'm a journalist. I did nothing wrong. When they did that, I decided, you know what, I'm going to come back bigger, stronger, and I got all the other alternative media and also mainstream media journalists to come together. We had dinner together, just in case if they did arrest us, our bellies would have been full and we would have not been hungry in jail.
Yeah.
It was a very powerful force. Dan Dix was there, Jeff Berwick was there, Lauren Southern was there, Rupley and RT were there, the Rebel Media, Press for Truth, all these other huge independent media channels and mainstream channels. They said, you know what, we're going to stand up for you and we're going to walk with you, Luke. Let's document this. And we decided to go back in there. And because of the power of you watching, sharing, viewing, the power of all those people behind us online watching this video right now, they had to back down and they had to allow me to be there. And they couldn't beat me up and arrest me for no reason.
No.
And they didn't, only because of the audience, only because of the viewership. So yeah.
Okay, thanks for the interview.
No problem. Thank you.